Moon. No, we're not 3 minutes early. We are on
On time.
time.
Write that down.
Jazz hands.
There you go.
Or thereabouts, give or take a few seconds.
Okay.
Today's topic is not the 7 words that you cannot say on TV. It
That would
is
have been
the
funner.
7 laws of the universe.
It would have been fun and quick.
Yes, it would have. Can we clarify something here
Sure.
on these 7 laws? Hold on one second.
Mhm.
I just want to clarify that we are on the same page
Wavelength.
here.
Okay.
Okay, so we are talking law of vibration, law of relativity, cause and effect, polarity, rhythm, gestation, and transmutation. Correct?
Well, I don't know about relativity, but yeah.
I didn't,
Well,
I-
cause and effect. is
Kind of,
relativity,
sort of.
basically.
Yeah, I guess different people call it different things, but yeah. Last
Yeah.
time we
Okay.
did this, there were like 12 of them. And
Well,
there was-
there's 7 and there's 12, but I wanted to make sure I have the 12 with me as well. Law of oneness and correspondence and all that other
Yeah.
stuff.
I had to look up correspondence because usually what that means to me is somebody's writing me a letter or something.
Yeah. This is to
wow,
tell
that's
you
old school.
we will have to see you in court.
Dennis, there's a letter from heaven for you.
Oh yeah.
You know what I found
Is
out?
it on a pink slip? That's what I want to know.
Right. But see, the problem I have is correspondence is an offshoot of cause and effect, which is the law of karma under so many languages.
Mhm.
So, but anyway, let me switch back to where I'm on the camera again.
Yeah, and I think law of vibration is with law of attraction. It all goes together.
Right.
I just wanted to say I can't believe that we did this 7 months ago.
It's been
Yes.
a long time. Yeah.
And frankly, we've learned. We have learned
That's
Oh,
many
yeah.
things. Yeah. Now, one of the things I'm outside, so if my neighbor starts talking to me, I'll mute. But anyway, yeah, I might have to get people. But one of the things that I look at these things, okay, in understanding these quote universal laws. Most of you know I don't subscribe to them. Let's put it out there. But one of the things that I have come to realize is these laws are, I call them the laws of ego, because without man, if you take man out of this, out of the equation, these drop down to a scientific principle for the most part. But anything, the most important rule in this is relativity, and it's about observation, and it's how we perceive things.
Yeah.
So this is really about the human condition. This is not universal. This is universal to us, the actual human condition. And I say condition as in conditioned. We are conditioned. So that's my 2 cents on it.
With just the term universal law, where did it come from? Scientists.
Do you think so?
I think that it originated. I think it's worded differently in esoteric or religion,
Mm-hmm.
but God given, that's the question. Are these things in scripture or any other holy books? Are they?
You could go to the Hindu religion. You could go to different esoterics, Hermetes.
Mhm.
But basically, I think what is our quote definition of them today is really based on books from the 1800s. Some of them are written by William Atkinson, I believe his name, and they've just been expanded on from old books. And his book was kind of his books, I should say books, because he wrote about 100 of them. His books are what kind of influenced our definitions and expanded upon his work, if you will.
Mhm.
So that's from everything that I've researched on it is pretty much based on him. And I mean, arguably other religions, etc., and different Vedic principles, but at the same time, there's many. I'm just going to say Indian or Hindu, that religion type, as far as that expand on this greatly.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, to me, from what I was studying and how it came from, like the Trismegistus, from Thoth, from universal law, when these laws, I went back to the 7 months ago when we first did this.
Am I on camera? Okay, there I am. Okay.
Your hand was.
The phone's messed up too. I bought a new computer. I'm gonna get a new phone. I know.
So going back to that 7 months ago, one of the questions were, these universal laws have no emotion, no humanness. And I think if humans were not around still, I believe that off-worlders, that the negative people still abide by these universal laws, even with no emotion. Would you say that's true or not?
Well, no. I would say it's a no, because to me, these laws are truly they're meant on man. Okay, are they universal across the universe? I don't necessarily buy into the off-worlders, but at the same time, if they were, the human condition and other life forms would be completely different. I think that's me.
Well, should we agree or disagree, or agree to disagree that everything is energy, vibration, and frequency?
Well, that's part of it. That's part of
Yes.
the things. I can agree with that. That's also a scientific principle, where this William Atkinson, he takes the scientific principles and puts them into the esoteric and into the spiritual, as did Archimedes, as did the ancient Egyptians, all the way back to, as that spit word Nadia mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
But my thing of it is it's man's arrogance to divine something of which they can't, and these universal laws completely take out God. There is not God in one of these universal laws. Even if you go with the 12, it talks about oneness, which means we're all connected because we're energy. But it states specifically in the Hindu text that there is no deity. It is absolute. There's no questioning it. So, like I said, I've done a whole lot of research on this. It went from when we did this, because I was like, when we first did this, I researched it, and then I researched it when I saw the topic coming up, and I'm like, when I had a little bit of time, I was like, okay. When I was hating the world, and so I went back into some of these things.
Yeah.
You were hating the world?
You were hating the world.
I always hate the world.
Okay.
I mean, that's my superpower, just like Bruce Banner. Dr. Banner, shouldn't you get angry? I'm always angry.
Jason, can we use that as an example, Jay?
Which part?
Hating the world. Was there a polarity to that? Was there any
let's talk polarity.
I mean, that's what I want to know. See, you have that emotion. What is the opposite of it, or any of the universal laws? Did it affect you from that emotion?
Actually, no, because even though I hate, I say it in jest, but see, within the universal laws, there is nothing that defines neutrality. You can't be one side or the other. Under polarity, mm-hmm. under cause and effect, you can't be neutral. We know ourselves that we can neutral, and I would argue against these quote universal laws. What we do, the gifts we have, are not defined within these laws. That's why I don't agree with anything that states law in it. That's of man, because you can't define under these either 7 or 12 or 20, however many there are.
Yeah.
You can't define the gifts that God gave us, our ability to connect, to know things that are not even just of this realm. But that right there tells me that this here is these are the rules from man. Don't go outside them. It's not possible.
Yeah.
And this is why I reject them, because they're putting a cap. Even within the language of the laws, it says governs, and it also governs your universe, not the Your.
But we also, but
Your
we
to
also,
me is little g.
there's two things. You also know that we're under a firmament that was put upon us too. That's a cap. But also, there's the law of free will. Isn't that a law? Free will?
Not within these 12 laws.
But I mean, we don't know where that law came from.
Well,
But
that's what I'm saying. We mix the spirituality, we mix our own
well,
ego
that
within these
law,
laws.
isn't free will part of the cause and effect?
Well, this free will would come from religion.
Well, I think free will is also cause and effect. If you mess with somebody else's free will, it affects you.
How does it affect me?
Well, I know you don't like karma, but it does come to you as
Well, that's what it's called. It's called the law of karma. But see, I do not believe in the law of karma. So that's
But
what I'm saying. When you if you take man out of the picture, okay, here's an animal. I need something to eat, and it's not a need to them. It's a
an
sustainability.
yes.
It's a function of life. Well,
Yeah.
they go and they kill something and eat it. Does that cause another animal to get pregnant? The exact opposite reaction of taking a life and birthing a life? No.
Right.
So these things are of man, not necessarily of nature. That's what I'm getting at. This to me is, even though we see it as a spiritual aspect, it's a limiter. That's what they call a governor on a vehicle. That this vehicle will not go over 55 miles an hour. That's a governor. That's a restrictor.
But that's
And
why
we prove every day, the people in here, the people with gifts, everyone, that we are beyond these so-called quote laws. My opinion.
I think it's important to make the point that that's why they're mutable laws. That means they're subject to change, and they can't put restrictions on you because they are subject to change all the time.
I would agree with that, but that's nowhere in the language. That's nowhere in the language of these 712 laws.
Oh, it was
Immutable.
when I studied it.
Well, immutable. If you read anything that is present within the last probably 8 years, immutable is gone. Immutable is gone. And if it is, it's going off of the esoteric text of the Hindus, because the Hindus believe that the laws can be altered, but only by the absolute one, energy itself.
Uh-huh.
We intermix all these things, and I think we have to, because I mean, just like our own life, we intermix everything. We intermix the spiritual, we intermix the 3D world, we intermix the chemical compounds that, hey, my belly's saying I'm hungry, even though it's not, but I just want pizza. Okay, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, but I mean, we mix everything together.
I'll
And
manifest it.
call it manifestation, but then that's the law of gestation, which manifestation takes time. Again, gestation refers to life, but we apply it to manifestation. If we take man out of it, it doesn't talk about manifesting anything. An animal can't manifest. A plant can't manifest. And that's the key word in manifestation, man. Again, I'm not trying to be the Debbie Downer. What I'm trying to say is these reasons here, I think they've given us an almost purposeful thing to limit mankind, to limit our abilities, and do anything else but go inside yourself. Just look outside at the real world, manifest what your desires.
No, but
What?
I like that you give us the another viewpoint, because that way everybody uses their own discernment. However, using the universe of mentalism of manifestation, a plant can also use just vibration. They're manifesting to grow. What else do they do? What kind of consciousness do they have? They don't have a manifestation like, I can't wait to get my car. They have a different type of manifestation
Right.
of survival.
But that's their life.
Yeah, but maybe they do abide by those laws too.
Okay, let's say. Okay, give me an example. Let's go with the law of attraction. Okay, like energy attracts like energy. Correct.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Okay, that's the
two
law of
ways.
attraction. Pardon me.
Well, I mean, like a magnet. When I use that law of attraction, sometimes a negative and a positive can cause a better attraction. That's what's polarity. But
Okay,
if you
that's
want to say
polarity.
like and like attracts, let's see
Well,
where you go.
like energy attracts like energy. Okay, if everything's energy, then all the rocks would be in one place. Okay, because that's a like energy. All the grass would only be in one place. That's a like energy. When you look at nature, nature will find a way, will go around any law. Okay, is it not creating? No, it's life. And, you know, when you get into, if you expand onto the laws of gender, they don't take into account single cell life form. They don't take into the fact that worms produce their own cells. They don't take these things into consideration. We adapt it to the spirituality. And that's what I'm saying. We use certain laws and we adapt them, but they not necessarily be fully true. They work. We can empathize. I mean, we can identify. And then you go back to the law of relativity. You have to gauge something against something else for it to have importance or, quote, relevance.
Well, that's human mind, though. That's not every other animal mind or
right.
plant
But
mind.
I would argue that an animal or a plant, its only desire is to live and, quote, reproduce. Okay, that's the survival of the species. But are they doing it on purpose? You know, is it their will to go, hey, I want to have little blades of grass here?
Isn't that what we were supposed to do in the beginning when we were supposed to go and be fruitful?
Whoa, God's not in these laws. Hold on. Whoa. God's not in these laws.
Well, who wrote these laws?
Oh, there we go. Man.
Well, let's say it was spiritually. Okay, we get downloads, right?
You can't go to creation. That's what I'm saying. You can't go to God created. You have to base this. This is solely based on evolution and man's perspective. There is no deity here. There is no deity within these laws.
There is no deity because it's oneness of source.
Well,
Source
that's just
God.
it. You're saying that is absolute. If you go with one source, oneness, now we're on the 12th law. Okay, we're in the 12 laws now. We're no longer in the 7 laws. So
But
see, man wants to adapt. So it's no longer 7 laws, it's 12.
Okay,
and if you go to other places, it's 18.
What if because of our mental capacity, we're learning in baby steps and we have 7 laws to work on, and then as we outgrow that, we go up to higher more, because we can't grasp everything that our Father has for us. Now
You're bringing God back into it again.
Okay, Dennis, you also said in 7 months ago in the Bibles, the hidden Bibles, they had some of these laws. Is that correct?
In the hidden Bibles?
The ones that were not in our...
The lost Bibles. Or
the lost Bibles.
The
They were
lost
hidden.
books.
I think they were hidden.
Well, and that goes back to her what's his name, Hermamides, whatever, the lost books, or the secret squirrel that was not written down, but was only written down to tell you that it was there, but it was passed down by word of mouth from master to master. Again, ego, man. Take man out of the thing. Take man out of it. And life on this planet would go on. We're the only thing in this world that is out of place.
So are you saying, Jay, that if these 7 laws or whatever, how many laws are gone, humanity would be in a better place?
No, I'm saying man imposed these laws on man to stifle them. Imagine where we would be if we didn't have certain things like wants and desires. If we had control of those emotions, imagine where we would be, where everyone was equal. Imagine where we would be. Okay, so like the animal kingdom, the earth as we know it will survive without man. Will grow and flourish without man.
Probably be better off.
Right, but laws are meant to restrict and control. Period.
Jen, do you have an opinion of where you're keeping the 5th? You're doing the 5th over there.
She's doing the 5th with me.
I'm waiting. I'm just waiting.
Go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna mute.
okay, when it comes to laws, I know we're talking about universal laws, but if we're talking about man writing laws, man wrote the Bible, but God's 10 commandments are in it. And even if it wasn't written, it is like a moral compass that lives and breathes within us. We know it's not okay to go out and kill somebody or cheat on your spouse or steal from others and it doesn't belong to you. It's an innate spiritual guidance. It's like it hones me into my creator. Even if God didn't write those down, I would just automatically feel that's not okay.
I
I
agree with you,
think
but you're
that
throwing God into there again. That's all I'm saying. You're throwing God into
No,
there.
but no, I was trying to make the point that man wrote down God's laws, but even if he didn't write them down, we know that it automatically exists.
I would agree with that. Yes.
I think they're imposed in us before we're even birthed.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
And
It is
man
with-
takes over and decides that he wants to impose his own laws.
Right. But does desire supersede a law? Okay. When we talk about okay, I want that. He has that. Well, I want it. I'm going to hurt you if you don't give it to me.
Yeah.
I'm not giving it to you, so I'm going to kill you because I wanted it.
Mhm.
There's a desire. Okay, now that again is a man
That's
thing,
the flesh.
mankind. That's the
That's
flesh.
also yeah,
Right.
but that's also the law of duality, good versus bad. The person who wants it that will kill somebody is playing with the law of duality.
Well,
Right.
it's dark versus light. We know good versus evil. It exists.
It exists exactly. So
Right.
that's one of the laws. There is a
And
good versus
but
bad.
if you don't challenge the laws, okay, hear me out. If you're neutral, if you agree, like, hey, you're right, killing bad, taking other people's things bad, that's being neutral. That's having an understanding. That is nowhere within these laws. These laws don't incorporate balance. They incorporate wants, desires, manifestating. These are all ego-driven laws. Now
I
there is a scientific aspect to them, like relativity. There is
Yeah.
the law of the polarity, positive, negative. But see, they've been adapted from a scientific standpoint. Of, in other words, like if this one goes north, the other one goes south. We've adapted what we consider science into the spirituality, and I think spirituality is beyond these things. Even in our own moments, we have been outside of space and time, even if it's just for a second. We've been there. We've felt it. Most of us have, and that's
Okay,
why I have this strong
okay.
argument against these.
I'd like to ask this question though. Is it spiritual for us to realize that these laws don't exist, or is it our own ego that wants to prove to us that it doesn't exist? So I want to ask Jen if you could pull cards. Were these laws spiritually downloaded?
Okay, but that would say is the laws about conformity.
Above, you know how
No,
boring.
about conformity. Conforming would be okay. We agree. Hey, killing's bad. That's conformity, even though that's a religious aspect, but that's conformity. But this is again man. I mean, I agree with you. Hey, we shouldn't kill. Bad.
But that's innate. That's within you.
Not necessarily. Not
But
necessarily. We as a knowledgeable or conscious person know that, but before we were not, if we followed this evolutionary type of mentality of what these laws do, then there's if you go to the spirit of oneness, that's fine. We're all interconnected. Then all we are is a eating machine, and we're going to grow just like nature. And then all of a sudden, desires, wants, and no matter good or bad, are open for discussion, and they should be part of the chaos. Again, I don't see it that way. It's got to be a little more specific. I mean, you're talking almost a neutral point, but yet neutral's not involved with this. That's what I'm saying. When we talk about these laws, everything is not encompassed within them. But at the same time, they're trying to conform thought. They're trying to conform thought.
Yeah, but who
And
is?
well,
Who
that's
is?
just, but okay, these stem down from rulers. Rulers. Okay, in other words, when you rule a religious community, when you rule a population, these are the given norms. They're governing. So these are what's saying is norm. Don't forget, 100 years ago, slavery was the norm. That was the norm. So again,
Yeah,
we're
but it's
we're evolving. Okay, we're evolving, but that's not necessarily within these laws either.
okay. Okay, so let's say when we first started these universal laws, we as what do we call us? Minute paupers and the rich already knew these laws and they knew how to manipulate it in their favor. And so they use that for conformity. They use that for good and evil. They use that against us. So I think that's why it's important for us to know how we have the principle of mentalism to regain strength, our severity, our our light, in order to balance these universal laws again. Because I believe it was unbalanced, and that's why it's important for us to learn this stuff right now.
Jen,
I
what'd
would
you
agree.
get?
Okay, so I pulled cards to see if they were God given, downloaded spiritually. Now, I would have to pull them individually because this says some are, some aren't.
Okay.
Okay, so this is strategically done. So Rock has a good point that man has manipulated a lot of this stuff, but
Mhm.
there are some that are to keep us protected and to keep the joy in our vibration happy. So it's both. I would have to take them each individually and break them down to figure out what's God, what's man. I think man will try to manipulate anything God says,
Of course. I agree with that.
but some of them we know that our divine creator does not like evil. And if you believe in a divine creator, and yes, I'll bring God into it because it's something that I feel that's my faith.
I agree.
I don't think that you can use these universal laws without God. You can't. I don't care if you worship the devil. Even the devil knows God.
I would agree with that 100%. So that actually redefines the given quote laws. Okay,
Yeah.
that does, but that's just it. I agree with you. See, I won't be limited because of my God. I agree with that 100% because my God didn't come here to limit me.
Right.
You know what I
I
mean?
agree
And
with that.
yeah, I wholeheartedly agree with it. Now, when you come to a point of, look, this is part of the equation. Most people don't want God. They want oneness. They want source. They want creator. They don't necessarily want God. It's an argument of the word. I understand that, but then there's the aspect of people don't want to believe in a higher being, but yet they do every day because they see themselves as a higher being, but yet they don't want a higher being higher than themselves. I mean,
Mhm.
even this Atkinson that most of this stuff is based on. Do you want to know what one of his first books was?
What?
How to sell. He was a salesman.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, he was also a lawyer. He was also this. But now, when you go back to the Hindus and the Vedics, there was many deities. But if you go to Hermetic, I have trouble with his name. What's it called?
Hermes.
Hermes or Hermetic,
The Hermetic
whatever
order is
principles.
what it is.
Yeah, but if you go to them, they try and take God again out. Where
Yeah.
with at least with the Vedic and the Hindu, they put quote gods in, and that's where the definition comes from your world, your universe, and
Right.
it technically says your cosmos is what it technically says. So, and every time you go, there's a brief change of a word, there's a brief change of something, And that's to benefit somebody. That's to
100.
benefit a man or a controller or a governor.
Well, that's the
And-
manipulation of the human language, no matter what you speak.
Right. I agree. I agree. I think we are all given God-given rights, okay, but we are also given God-given morality,
Mhm.
and it's up to us to cross the line. You know, I think instead of the universal laws, there should be something of the point of what isn't universally correct. Do you know what I mean? Man has been trying to define what is normal for centuries, but yet they don't turn to the Creator. They turn to themselves. And we've seen over the last several years, let's talk about COVID, the quote, people in charge of telling us what was safe and effective.
Rule for thee, but not for me.
Not for thee, exactly. So that's why I have so much problem with these quote universal laws, because even within their purest of sense, they are somehow steered and manipulated. Even though it may have been for ancient reasons, those reasons and those desires don't change. Someone always wants to be on top of another. Someone always wants to lead and not to follow. Someone always wants to be the star and not the janitor. Again, sorry, I'm rambling.
Well, it's just like someone who would read God's commandments, but at the end of every commandment goes, but, and then creates their own version of it instead
Exactly.
of trusting in the faith and the divine word from God.
Right.
So, yeah, I agree. Anything can be manipulated, but as a whole, humans are different. We're all different. Some follow the dark, some follow the light.
Right. And you know what? I'm going to have to get going here, but all I want to say is I think that, you know, everyone in the audience and everyone on this round table is proof that we are not necessarily governed by some of these laws. And you have to ask yourself why, because it is, as you said, Jen, the power that God has given us. But I think it was also the power to restrict everything that we've known. We know we've been lied to.
Oh, yeah.
We know we've been manipulated. We know for what? For some ego, for some power. And that's just it. I think anyone that has a spiritual aspect to them are wonderful and great people. But when they don't agree with you, they can be the most vile SOBs on the planet.
Yeah.
So and I
That's
understand
ignorance.
that's human nature. I get that. But
Yeah.
they don't go with their own principles. So, you know, and that's just it. Either let it go or not. But again, it's just, to me, it's one of those things that the laws are there. I think some of them need to be there. I do. I think certain laws should have an understanding. And, you know, I mean, I think that's why, like, you know, when a dog has a set of puppies, it has 8 puppies. It smells one. It doesn't know. It just suffocates it. They know something intrinsically is wrong with that dog. Intrinsically, whether it's a heart condition, a mental condition, they know something is wrong with that dog, and we've lost that sense of smell. We've lost that sense of understanding and betterment. In other words, wait, this one's going to grow up to be a mean son of a bitch. We should just snuff this one out. You know, I mean, we don't know, but at the same time, there's the other thing that I don't like about the laws is these laws intertwine, but yet there's no harmony within the laws. There's harmony that we place within it. We place because we want the better. But to me, that's almost like saying, I don't think that all the laws are bad. I just think that they shouldn't be, quote, universal. We shouldn't put our strength and our hopes in them. I think we should put our, I hate to say it, discernment, but at the same time, if you can, one person discerns one thing, someone discerns another. And that's the beauty of life.
Yeah.
At the same respect. But anyway, I'm going to have to get going, so I apologize. Anyway, love you guys. And you can turn everything upside down. I don't care.
No, I just, to me,
I
it's,
have a hard time standing on my head.
Yes.
Yeah.
oh no, he does not.
Yes, I do.
Maybe that's how we're born, right? We're born head down. Worked
Yeah.
for 9 months. Great, didn't it?
Not me. I was backwards.
You were breached? Yeah,
I'm not shocked. I'm not
I
shocked.
turned it up that way too. They had to turn me at the last minute. Yep.
All right, love you guys.
Love you.
Love you too.
I knew how I was coming out. Ready for this
All
one.
right. Wait a minute.
No, the only thing is I have a, and I wanted to say that in front of Jay, because I don't want to say I'm doing this behind his back, but I don't think we have power over the universal laws, but I do believe we have gifts.
Well, that's why I made the point that some of them are mutable. You do have power over them. You can change them based on what your choice and free will is. You can change them. That's why they're mutable.
Is there a consequence?
Well, it depends on what's your intention. Is it for dark or light?
Yeah, because
Cause
if you
and
would,
effect.
I mean, the thing is, they give you these laws, but they don't give you what's the consequence of it, except for just karma. Now, if karma's now gone, then what is the consequence? So that's the only thing I have. But to me, I don't want to have power over somebody else, but I do want to have the gift to help and teach as much as I can.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think you can be like I was saying, man can always end something with a but. Like you have power over your minor children because you're supposed to lead, guide, nurture, and teach them and protect them.
Yes.
That's a form of power, but do I want power over you guys? No, because I've said 100 times, I don't like being told what to do. I know what it feels like. Don't tell me what to do. You ain't Jesus. That's what I tell people. That God is the only one that can tell me what to do. That's it.
Yep.
And even then, I have the right to not listen to him because he gave me free will. That's why I don't think that the term law should be used. I think maybe it's just the fact that it's titled wrong.
Yes. But I think that that word is to simplify for people to understand it. I don't think it's something that, I think the laws are more important. The 7 principles, let's say, are more important than the title of it. That's what I feel. Yeah. So, and now that we have known each other on this roundtable for over 7 months, I wonder if us going through these principles, has it strengthened or weakened our growth?
Oh, I think, well, and we're all different. We talk about our individual paths all the time. And that we're all very different paths, different timing, and we shouldn't compare. But compared to us 7 months ago, yes, I think we've grown quite a lot in the positive.
In the positive, that's what I feel.
In the positive, I think we have. I think everyone in the chat has too.
Yeah,
we've learned to, I think, talk about correspondence, communicate. Communication is important to try to instead of my way or the highway. We've learned to agree to disagree. We still have the ability as human beings to do that. Can't say that for a lot of people in the world right now. But I think we've grown. Our gifts have grown because we're taking power and control over our divinity. We know who our God is, and we slowly on our own pace master those skills.
Yeah, and I think that's one, like the first principle was mentalism, where we're changing our thought processes, which do strengthen us, which do lighten us more in this dark world, which I really see it lighter than it used to be.
Oh, I do too. Even with all the stuff going on in the world, what's to come, what could be, the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, I don't worry about that stuff. I see the beauty of humanity. Why does it take a tragedy to see it? Because that's usually when the rest of the world sees it. You know, I'll bring up like 9/11 after that. You saw this nation and the world come together like it never has before. And then all of a sudden, it just went to crap again. And now look at it.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's also like desensitization from movies and TV shows that, you're
Which
bored.
is purposely done by man and the elites. Yes.
But you're bored. It's like, oh my God, let's feel sorry for 9/11 and okay, let's move on. Oh my gosh, let's Palestine, Gaza, let's feel sorry for, oh my gosh, there's a flood. Okay, we're done with that. It's like you don't continue to grow into love and humanity.
That's because it's a microwave society. Get it done, get it over with, move on to the next thing.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, I think that's why maybe it is important for us to understand that with these 7 principles, and they're also connected with all the chakras, that when one is not balanced, the rest of it is not balanced.
Yeah, a lot of them were discussing balance, but that's an individual choice. You get to decide if you're going to be balanced on what side or the other. Are you up in the air on the teeter-totter, or is your butt sitting on the ground? I mean, which one are you? Are you hopefully someone on the other side is the same weight as you? So yeah.
I agree, but I think the butt really needs to be behind us.
You are correct.
Also, the butt that holds the teeter-totter down too.
There you go.
Yeah, so
Or you'll get one of those bullies that jumps on the center and forces it to go one side or the other. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, my favorite is what I used to call the law of opposites, which
Well,
is the polarity.
Yeah.
I mean, how many of us or had somebody hold you up in the air and then slide off the teeter-totter so you can slam yourself down to the ground?
Yeah, you had to have quick reflexes when that happened.
Oh yeah, never cross your legs on top.
Yeah.
Be at the bottom. But I mean, that's one of the laws, it's cause and effect. So I don't know. I don't know where we want to go with this. I think it is an important thing that we should understand, but most of us already know it. They just don't know what the words go to it, I believe. I mean, we all know vibration. We all know you manifest by staying in a higher vibration. But do we know that as we manifest, it is taken away from other beings? Lower vibration can go to higher vibration. So we take away from the elite as we manifest as a group. We take away.
But at the same time, you've got to look at, it's not my job to keep your vibrations high.
It's not. No, I'm saying I'm vibrating high. You're vibrating high. We're all individually vibrating high. And sometimes when we do a group prayer, that strengthens, takes away from the higher elites. I mean, it takes away their power.
Yeah. Which you talk about polarity, because that is dark versus light, good versus evil. We already know the end of the book. We know that God wins. Therefore, we win if you are a follower of God, believer in God. That's why we're not supposed to let these things bother us. Just like to mention the oracles and that kind of stuff. The reason spirit is constantly pounding into our head, be happy, be joyous, have fun. Why are you worried all the time? Stop it. When we have past loved ones that come in and give a message in a reading, they're like, be happy, go have fun, do something fun. Stop worrying about all this crap because it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say it just like this. I was in Illinois. They had warnings of tornadoes and giant hail. My sister was home. They showed our street looked like a river. We had hail everywhere. We had a microburst because I came in the subdivision. Now I was somewhere else where it was sun, but everywhere around us had these warnings. It was really crazy. I'm driving home, beautiful, and I look and I get in my subdivision. I said, did the landscapers not clean up after their work? Yeah. I mean, there were branches I thought they just trimmed it and left it. Well, it's like this stuff happens, but if you're in a higher vibration, and this is what I say with meditation or prayer, you're protected, you're covered. And that's why there is no fear, because we are helping our aura grow even bigger than we are, which affects other people, other areas.
I was watching our radar yesterday, and once those sirens started going off, all the alarms were going off, the EBS was going off,
And that's when you know your divinity and you know your creator and the connection that you have and how powerful your prayers are. Because the babies are scared to death. The house is shaking, windows are buckling. And I said, no, we're not doing this. You have no power and authority to touch this house, this property, or this town. So go away. I'm not kidding you. 30 seconds later, the radar is still showing and the storms are coming in, barreling towards us. And all of a sudden they just go, whoop. And I said, all honor and glory, because you have the power to do it.
And so it is. Yeah. But if you're going to be terrified or, oh my God, it's good,
nope.
It comes towards your energy. You have faith. This is why we say, keep your faith, keep your spirituality, keep your divinity, because they're looking. I believe these weathers are looking for the nasty stuff. So
keep
yourself up.
Yeah, well, I was making light of it to get everyone to laugh around here. I told him, and I said, look, the storms are going to lose this battle because I'm more stubborn. We have a tornado shelter. I don't want to go outside and get wet, so I'm not going. It has to go because I'm not going out. I'm just saying.
Well, there goes a wet t-shirt contest.
Hey, I tried to I look like I got mauled by a bear today, but I'm wearing one that stays on my shoulders, King. All right. So you behave yourself.
Are you saying no more burlesque music going on?
Maybe. The day is young.
Well, yeah, me and my hair, no. That does not like water.
We put a pause on the question since we've already got 10 starred for right now.
We got 10 starred. Wow, that's amazing.
That's good.
Do we want to go into the questions now, or?
Yeah,
I don't even think we discussed.
Are you ready?
I think we got it all anyway.
What we established are they laws or principles and ideas that you can follow if you choose to?
All right. How about if I say it like this? The 7 natural laws, universal laws that we were discussing, are, also connected to every chakra, also connected to the 7 deadly sins. So if you guys want to go back to 7 months ago when it was played, I believe it was on your show, Jen. Yeah, it was on New Beginnings Tarot. Mm-hmm. But it is. You can't have one without it affecting all the other ones, I believe. Mm-hmm. So I think it's important for you guys to look into it and come up with your own ideas.
Yep.
And now we can go to questions if you want.
Okay.
We's good.
Well, as long as you're down from your soapbox.
I don't know. I like it up here. Altitude.
I know you do. Sometimes I have to put you down, Other people want to try.
Go for it, King. Get on that soapbox.
Yeah. Okay, first one. Roy. Karen did a reading for me and got some powerful cards yesterday in our tarot practice session for me. What does Spirit have to say?
Okay.
I'm assuming this would be a general.
Yeah, we just got to connect to the reading.
Confirmation. I'm not going to go against Sister Karen's reading, but I'll see what the general reading from Spirit says.
And probably also with the duality, make sure you know which download or which spirits you are getting your information from, because you can have duality and have them act as a good spirit or a neutral spirit and you thinking it's divine. So you have to use your sovereignty. You have to ask if they are divine. And I think that's something that we also have to understand.
I think that's pretty true for all things.
Because as all these bigger negative, what do we want to call them? The sneeze, as they're going down, the negative energies are hungry. They're looking for attachment. They're looking for someone else to take over. They're looking for power. They're looking for negative food. So you guys have to stay in the light and know your divinity. I'm sorry you didn't give me a soapbox brush, but I'll take it.
So, well, here.
It's one of these.
We'll take a rag.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Okay, much better. Ooh, I can see much better. That's you. Okay. No, but you know what? I'm getting these downloads, and I think they're giving me these downloads because you guys are still growing and you guys are still trying to figure it out. I mean, this is one of the things. Even when we get upset, we acknowledge it and we move on. Because if we continue to mull over that emotion, it takes over our aura. It creates its own entity, and now you're being controlled by that entity. So I'm just looking out for you guys, and when I get a download, I'll let you guys know. Jen's
Speaking
back.
of downloads,
There's a download. It's a pretty download.
The children.
The children.
I need backup music. Da-dum, da-dum, da-da-da-dum.
Oh, we're done with that generation.
All right. Roy's general reading.
Roy's back. He's listening.
Okay.
Spirits there.
Nose is itchy. Oh yes.
Nose is itchy.
While you're shuffling for him, you did the question and answers on that one that evening.
Mhm.
And you know, when you were saying, why do you keep itching? And we do. We are always itching.
We don't realize we're doing it, but yeah.
Doing it, but yeah, it's so funny. So I guess to make you guys believe, like spirits
Scratch my
downloading,
butt.
I'll be like, it's almost like charades. 2 words on your face.
Okay. Roy, the spirit is really, really focusing on your gifts that you've come so far. You've come so far. This is beyond the veil, your spirituality with the high priestess. So all those secret hidden gifts that you've had before, remember when your ego was in the way, you have surrendered to that now. You've charged forward that Knight of Wands with determination to make sure you were equally balanced. And now there's your victory card. So they're really focusing on how much you've grown spiritually with your gifts. You've come so far.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. You got to join us one time in the session, Jen. You got to see Roy's going up to 6 cards now.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, he's doing great.
So, baby, what is the bad energy at my parents' old house in Longton? And how to get rid of it so that the new owners are not plagued by it.
Tell it to go away.
Yep. You don't even need to ask what it is. Just leave.
Nope. You just don't give consent for it to be there. They don't have permission. They have to leave. Let's see what it is.
She's asking what it is.
That's what we're going to look for.
Is it a spirit that, and a lot of times what we deem is an evil spirit is oftentimes a spirit that's trapped and wants out.
Lost. And then what I do is just ask angels and Yeshua to come help get this spirit. And of course, they have free will. They don't have to.
That's true.
But Yeshua is pretty convincing. Well, let's figure out what it is to begin with.
Yeah, let's hold space. Because we did this card yesterday.
Oh, wow. Okay. You have 2 pages. All right. So there are children, spirits of children there. The 8 of Swords, they're trapped. So, and I'm not getting evil. They're still trapped in this world. So, like King says, they're not necessarily evil. They're just stuck. They're just littles that don't know where they need to go. The base card is the base card is perfect because it's temperance. Be patient with them, but call in the angels. Come get these babies. And a lot of times when littles get trapped here spiritually, they get bored. They attach to you because they're looking for a parent. And they, in order to get your attention, they start to get little mischief things. They move things around, they knock things over. So it's not evil, they're just kids. They're trying to get your attention.
They play with perfume.
Oh
They
yeah.
love to smell perfume.
They don't smoke cigars.
Do not ask about the cigars. Yeah, I've smelled cigars before.
Oh, I smell cigarettes, and I know who that comes from.
Oh yeah,
That's my wife.
Jen, I think there's also some hidden secrets in that house also.
Well, ask yourself how spirits of two littles got trapped in that house.
Exactly.
So we can expand on it if you want.
Yeah, because I think there's some history in that there. And that's I don't know.
Okay, she's got here. Hold on. Long story short, niece was murdered in my great-grandparents' home. I wanted to know if she had moved on. So yes, we pulled cards, but nothing negative came through. And I would like to know what it is or what it was.
What are you pulling for now, Jen? What are you asking?
To figure out what happened. No, well, she said the niece was murdered, but this can be an older spirit that's not family too. So
Exactly. That's what I was getting.
this is an older spirit, like really old.
Yeah.
This is a child that was a casualty of war. Like we're talking Revolutionary Civil War time. Okay. Ace of Swords. So this child was there way before your family had anything to do with it. This is a time of war, standing up. So this child was helping, like their family was trying to defend their property from this war battleground. And that's when this child died. So, amongst the chaos, this little got trapped there. So, and it looks like since there's two of them, the other one's probably your niece and feels trapped as well. So they both just need direction.
Where is Longton anyway? Anybody know?
Not sure.
Curious to know if there's like historical battleground sites around your town, or if it was a major site, because it's not uncommon.
Roy, was my father what? Go ahead, Nadia.
I just was going to ask the baby, where is Longton at? Southern Kansas.
Southern Kansas.
All right.
Kansas part of the battlefields?
Yeah, but
I guess the Yellow Brick Road doesn't go there.
They're lollipop kids. Okay. Well,
we're thinking like him now, Jen. We're in trouble.
There were still many battles out in the Midwest because you remember Native Americans versus the settlers. There were still many things that happened. So not just the South versus the North, but as the country was being settled, you still had Native Americans battling the white man, so to speak.
Well, even the Native Americans battled the Native Americans too.
They did, and the U.S. Army came in. So there's lots of different possibilities.
If I only had a brain.
Indian battles. Wow.
Was my father and mother light workers or spiritual souls?
Okay.
Were my father and mother light workers or
there he goes.
Spiritual souls?
Here, hit him with the hand. Go.
Yeah. Let me look it up in my
I think all humans are light workers. But that doesn't mean that they choose to carry out their contract duties or whatever. But let's see.
Wow.
Wow, both of them.
Yes, both of them. Yeah.
Both of them. Huge Ace of Wands, the Lover's card. So both of them. And they
Yep.
actually work together very strategically. Both are in the magician category. Both were very aware of all the tools and skills they had spiritually. So yes, they made a
Did
great
they-
team.
Did they have gifts?
Did they have? Is that what you're asking, Kate?
Yeah. Did they have gifts? I'm wondering if some of their gifts were given to Roy without his knowledge.
Oh, they had gifts. That's a yes. Did Roy get gifts from the family? Healing.
I'm getting a yes.
Wow.
Roy, both of them, mother and father.
Yeah. Ace of Cups. So yes. You have all those extra senses. They're highly tuned. Not just the five senses, but your sixth sense, the third eye, all that stuff. They knew this in the future that the generations would be gifted with these.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, didn't he have relatives that came to America? I think he had.
Yeah, I believe they did, but I think they went back. If I remember correctly.
I don't know if they were killed there or something.
Yeah, I don't remember the exact story.
It's funny because this is why I'm feeling they came to America for some reason, and now Roy's connecting to America for some reason. There's a connection there.
He found us crazy Yanks.
Yes, I know, the loudest ones that we
Poor
have.
Roy. Poor Roy.
Poor Roy.
Katrina. Do the 7 universal laws have anything to do with the Emerald Tablet?
Oh dear, there we go. Okay.
Well, good thing Jay bailed out real quick. I believe yes. Let me check. Ooh, okay. Some of them? Is it some of them?
I'm getting a no.
Ask some of them, King. Asks if there were some of them, not all 7.
Not all 7.
Yeah.
Very particular. You'd have to do one at a time.
Okay, yeah, not all 7. Yep.
Not all 7. It depends on which one we're talking about. Okay. Some do not belong there because they weren't in the Emerald Tablet. Yeah. Judgment. There's some that we should ignore.
Okay.
Yep.
Like correspondence because they don't talk to each other.
Well, I have a question over that one. Can I get my video?
You don't need a Vippy.
All right. Thoth, here we go. Thoth showed Yeshua when he was in Egypt. Did he teach him all these laws?
Okay.
He went to Egypt.
Well, from what I've studied, a lot of Yeshua's quotes, if you want to go by the red letters, so to speak, are a lot of the same things that were written supposedly that Thoth said from the Emerald Tablets, but we shall see. Once again, some things yes, others no. So it really just depends. Knowledge is a little unbalanced there. So some things he learned by studying that in Egypt. Many things I get that are downloaded from his heavenly Father are God, basically. But yes, and I believe there was a studying going on, not just in Egypt, everywhere. We've talked about that. So some things, yes.
Well, I mean, I know he went, his traveling to India and to China, so I wonder if it was to to either learn or teach these laws, universal laws. So
I'm going to. Okay, thank you, Spirit. He was teaching. Okay, so he's giving knowledge to those that were spiritually not doing well, so to speak, that were going through a lot of heartache, and they needed to learn to control their emotions and figure out what's important. Yeah, I believe, because now this is my personal belief, that Jesus has been around since the very beginning with God, our Creator, and coming in the flesh. He's been around before Toth. I don't care if you bring in Anunnaki. Jesus has been here forever. So Jesus is going to be the one to do the teaching.
yes, but
Dennis says no. You don't agree?
No, I think Yeshua was here from the beginning, not Jesus.
Yeshua was.
Jesus.
Yeshua.
Yes, he was. Yeshua was.
Jesus is Zeus. Hey, Zeus.
Jesus.
Jesus. He's got a split hair.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just not Jesus.
No, but he came in the form
You know what I mean.
Came in the
I
form
don't think he
of
gets mad at me when I call him Jesus.
He does?
He doesn't.
No, I don't think. I mean, look at how many names I have. I don't
I
get
don't think he really gets mad at all. I've never read anything
Those will
about
talk
him
to the side
being,
about
well,
that.
except for one time, being upset in the temple. It's the only time I've ever seen him being upset.
Flipping the tables and chasing each
Yep.
other with a whip. Yep. I will whoop your. Okay.
Well, that's
Next.
the human side. That's the human side.
Can you imagine
Can we
what
pull
that does?
cards on this just to see what the spirit says? On what, Katrina?
Oh, she wanted to know when we were talking about if this is man-made or not, and I
If
think
the
that
universal laws were God
Oh,
given
okay.
spiritual downloads.
Okay. Well, I think we
and we
discussed
did do
that.
that. Yeah.
I do
All
want
right.
to ask if, let's say like this, if some of these universal laws are also have to be abided by the off-worlders and others, do they follow the same laws that we do, or we have to?
Let's see. Do the off-worlders follow the same laws?
I don't want to say the
Universal laws
seven
we do.
because, yeah, I don't want to say seven because we know that some of them are not.
Okay. I get yes.
And do the dark people have to follow the same rules?
One at a time. Hang on.
No,
Yeah, push it.
sorry, it was on fire.
The positive. The ones of the light do.
Oh,
The ones of the light do follow this. Yes.
Yeah.
They rule and reign. They work hard at keeping these laws. And if you don't, they'll take you and imprison you.
They'll take you out.
So, but that confirms that they also have free will.
okay.
The angels had free will. We have free will. So would the off-worlder families also have free will?
So now you said the ones of the light, and if you don't follow, so the ones of the light that don't follow
Mhm.
get taken away. So does that include the dark ones, the ones that try to create and know they cannot create nor destroy?
Yeah, they don't follow the laws.
Do they not follow the laws, and what happens to them?
No, I don't think they really care. Just as long as they're free to do what they want to do.
Oh, oh,
Oh, I want to hear this one.
oh. They tread very lightly with the divine.
They look at the fine print.
They know that everything is done strategically. They try to avoid them like the plague. they don't want to. I don't think they can handle the energy anyway. We know the darkness does not like the light.
Yep. They
They
shy
are-
away from it.
Yeah.
I'm melting.
The base card says they do a whole lot of worry and anxiety. Yeah.
Is that because our frequency is higher now? Is that because
Well,
now
it
we
says that they avoid it. It's a cup card, so that's emotions. What we have, and what we're putting out. Yeah.
Ooh, yep, they don't like it. I think there were two.
Huh?
You said, wasn't there 7 laws of Noah? They always had
No,
a
I said weren't there.
weren't there?
He's doing his grammar. We're back to English class. 7 laws of Noah?
I have never heard of that.
I don't, not that I'm
Let's
aware
find
of.
out.
Everything that's in the Torah is the laws of Moses, which I understand he didn't make them, God did. So there's the laws of God.
Oh, Jen's freezing. Am I freezing?
I don't know. I didn't see anything.
Well, grab a blanket.
No, I don't think Jen wants a blanket in that weather over there. Jen, they did not like what you wanted to say.
Too bad.
Too bad, so sad.
I get a no. There were not 7 laws of Noah.
Now go ahead and say what you wanted to say about the laws of Moses, Jen.
No, I was saying I don't know why they call them in the Torah they call them the laws of Moses, because they're God's law. And believe it or not, that's what came in here. The Creator says they belong to me. Any law that was written. And then we know when Yeshua came, he rewrote all of those. He said, keep the first 10 that Dad wrote, basically, and then love your neighbor.
If you, the golden rule, if you learn to love unconditionally, it takes care of all the other 10.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. That's what George Carlin said.
Yeah.
It all goes down to love.
Mhm.
And
Yes,
that's what changed in the New Testament was just love.
love. Yeah, because God is love. Yes.
Oof. They do
Yeah.
You
not
got chills, do you?
No, they
She's
don't like
doing-
what we're saying. Sorry.
They what?
They
What?
do not like what we're saying.
That's too bad. Who's they?
Okay, let me ask. Do AI have to follow these laws?
Does AI have to follow these laws?
That's the do. Do. Shoot. I had my
I'm still getting a no.
They don't have to follow it. So how does it balance here on the earth?
That's the same with the dark. It's like the dark.
Because AI doesn't have emotions.
Right.
They're bound. King of Cups did it. They don't have emotions. They don't have emotions.
It's all
So
my
they have
fault.
set boundaries. They can't feel anything. They don't register that. In the future, AI is going to be destroyed anyway.
Okay. Near future, does it say coming to a theater near you?
It doesn't give me time.
It's all my fault.
Of course. We didn't. Did you notice we didn't even say no, King? No, it is your fault.
It's just your fault.
All of it.
Terry, we ask a question today and get an answer. We ask the same question tomorrow and get a different answer. Why do we even ask?
Because we're talking about universal laws.
Timelines.
Frequency and energy changes. Every time something is put out there, the answer it matches a vibration. So if you ask tomorrow in a different vibration, that frequency energy comes back in a different. Now, it doesn't always come back different.
No, not
It
always.
just depends on the question. And spirit it's about frequency.
And it's also about you changing your free will at that moment. And
Yeah.
another universe, you didn't change that free will, and that stayed at that answer.
If you got, let's say today you got the answer no, you changed your thought process of what kind of energy you want to say, nope, I'm declaring it, it's mine. You come back tomorrow and the answer is yes, it's because you had something to do with that.
Exactly.
That may not resonate with some people, especially they're like, well, whatever you put out, you get back. I think that's true. Talk about universal laws. If you are negative all the time, who wants to be around you? You don't attract very many people, do you? Unless they're like-minded.
Exactly. Those will come towards you like flies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All I got to say is my will is not free. It's expensive.
He's got the commercialized one.
Cost him an arm and a leg and a paintbrush.
I'll give an example. I have a friend whose son got a reading from a tarot reader and said, you are going to die at an early age. And he just was totally careless, did whatever he wanted. And his mom said, why are you doing this? And he said, well, the tarot reader said I'm going to die at a young age. Well, if he didn't change that free will, he would have died at a young age. But his mom convinced him, it depends on what you're going to change in your life.
Well, it depends on what young is. What age is young?
90.
Can it be measured?
No, but I think she gave him a number. I don't know, but the moral of the story wasn't that. The moral of the story was, if you change something in that timeline, you will change the outcome.
I'm just surprised that
someone said that.
I wasn't there for the reading. I'm just surprised the tarot reader would do that to begin with.
Well, this was, I don't know, 10 or more years. Yeah, well, there are people like that.
Like I said, every reader is different. Some people don't have boundaries. They just spit it out there.
Are hawkbit and dandelion interchangeable?
Okay, I'm just going to respond.
She's going to respond. We're in trouble now.
No, I'm going to respond to Jay. He said what a tarot reader said.
Yeah, well, I can understand warning somebody to be careful at certain things, but that's pretty harsh because it makes them worry, brings anxiety. So,
not knowing what hawkbit is, but I'm getting a yes. They are interchangeable.
Yeah, but I don't think many people know what. I got a yes too, but I don't know what a hawkbit is.
Oh wow, yes, absolutely. You can go back and forth.
Yeah, I don't
until tomorrow. Then it'll change.
Now change the card. Check the cards. As you noticed, I had no watch when I said that. But go ahead.
It's there. It's just in a different density.
Well, that was the last of the star. Now I got to go.
Oh, we got more
down through here and see if there are any that we might have missed.
Okay.
What, my father? Yes, your father, Roy. And your mother, Roy.
No, he said something about my other mother, but it's not your
other mother.
But there's your other mother. If it's a stepmother, it's not your mother. You understand? It's not your genetic traits.
Thank you, Terry. She's clearing that one up.
Yeah, she's clearing that one up too.
No.
Oh, yeah.
That's terrible. That's all right.
Oh, here's one.
People want to go skinny dipping. Don't come to my house. In our pool, we chunky dunk.
Oh, no.
Was my friend that was on Michael Moore's documentary 9/11 killed by a roadside bomb in Afghanistan because of his story?
There's so many of them. Oh, my gosh. I don't know how Michael Moore is protected, but we'll see. Yeah,
I'm getting not by a roadside bomb.
but he was killed by them. By them. Was it an internal bomb? Like planted in the car?
I'm getting friendly fire.
Friendly fire.
Means it wasn't a bomb.
They were just
Okay.
What did you get?
That he ain't dead. Now-
Okay, I get a strong yes to that too.
He's not dead.
So
Here's
he's
the
not.
thing. You should get very excited because the loss of him is an illusion. There's the moon. This is the Emperor card. Great leader came in and took him away. Pentacles took him off world. He's in a different density. He's protected because of his story.
I wonder if he actually was injured and they took him off world and put him in a med bed.
Yeah, because that's what I got. I got a yes on that he died, but maybe they did revive him. Was it an NDA? NDE?
Ace of Swords, Knight of Swords, military. That's a white hat card, and that's a yes. So,
Yep.
yeah, that he was protected, and they took him.
Hope that resonates with you, Dragonfly.
Yeah. That's so weird. King, are the questions closed?
They're paused. Do you want to close them?
No, Terry's asking. Jen, how is Michael Moore's part of a white hat then? Is that how come he's so protected?
I seriously doubt it.
Terry, go ahead and open them up we got another 10 minutes.
You doubt he's a white hat or working for them?
Seriously doubt it.
Okay.
Well,
Michael Moore, a white hat? Ask if Michael Moore is that Michael Moore 2.0?
Ooh, okay. Because I'm like, how is he still alive? I don't understand what he exposed a long time ago. Is Michael Moore still alive? Is Michael Moore a white hat?
I'm getting clone.
Yeah. Is Michael Moore 2.0 working for the white hat? Is Michael Moore 3.0?
Is Michael Moore 2 to 4.0?
3.0 is a soft yes. Should I go higher? Michael Moore 4.0.
all right. This is the original is gone. There's the death card. Page of Cups. That's the new version. Two of Pentacles. Over time, this is a new version of him. The old one's been wrapped up and is gone. So now we can ask if they're using him. Has he been coming out and saying positive things?
I got up to 4.0, Jen.
I'm getting yes, they are using him.
They're using him, yeah. Well, they don't like me at all today. Wow.
Wow. Yeah, the Emperor. That's a Mr. T card. 4 of Cups. He's a distraction.
But there's your 4.
4. He's a distraction. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. They'll use him.
Roy would like to know if his son will be leaving the army this year and working in the city of London in the financial district.
So I'm going to break it into 2 questions. Well, Roy's son leaving the army this year.
I get yes to leaving.
Very weak, though.
Yeah.
Will he be joining the financial district?
And I get a yes to that.
Very weak, though.
Yeah, both are weak.
Very
He's probably deciding on it now. He doesn't know yet.
Yeah. Ace of Swords. He is going to leave the military. He's going to stand up and say no more. He's not going to renew a contract. But right after that, he's going to be in limbo because he has a decision to make.
Yep.
Okay. But he will make it, and the financial job will come quickly.
You
Remember,
see-
they're revamping the whole financial system. They're going to need good, honest people to work it.
That's right. Now, if Roy goes into politics, well, then
That's
he'll
what I-
have
that's
his
what
little
I-
foot.
what I got. I got
You'll
government.
have a foot in.
I got government.
Yeah.
Working with humanitarian, you're going to help with the new quantum. He's going to work with the quantum system of how they set up their humanitarian. He will do that.
Yep. Hope that resonates, Roy. Quick question, if you don't mind. What's the real meaning of life?
To love.
To
We
learn.
learn how to love.
And to learn in this thing we call Earth.
Yep.
Yeah. To love through this learning, actually.
Yeah. That love is the ultimate of everything.
Mm-hmm.
8 ball.
The first 8 ball of the day.
Jules,
Jules would like to know if she should make meatloaf for dinner.
I'm coming over. I love meatloaf.
It says you
we're
can count on it.
Ooh. We're having salmon cakes today.
I'm having whatever I pick out. I don't know.
Me too. Me too. I don't plan. That's so
I just go in the freezer and go.
Mama's back home, so whatever is it made? Not
Yeah,
really.
and my granddaughter's back home too, so she'll probably start cooking again.
Well, yesterday there was no choice for Lee. He was sick, so everybody had chicken soup.
Oh, I like chicken soup too.
Homemade?
No, because I was not cooking it. No.
Yeah, well, we
Campbell's
used to have
was a big
homemade
part
when
of
I
our
was
family. Mhm.
when I was a child. When I was like 4 years old, my grandmother, who had been raised on the farm, well, she would go in the backyard and take a whole chicken
Yeah.
that's clucking around, and after she got done, it wasn't clucking around no more,
Yeah.
and made
Yeah.
chicken soup out of it.
Take it and you wring its neck, chop its
Oh,
head
she used
off.
an axe.
Yeah,
she-
you chop its head off,
she-
yeah.
Did she make the chicken soup like the Three Stooges did? Just add water and put it upside down? But
I
No,
have
you know
no
what?
idea.
speaking of farming, we had a question. I was talking to a couple people. Being that this rain is so heavy
Mhm.
and the farmers are not able to start getting their fields ready, is this the introduction to replicators or
Could be.
what's going
They're pushing getting rid of farmers. They are really pushing because the recent storms are man-made. I looked into that.
Yeah.
They are absolutely trying to drown out the farmers. They want another shortage of food. I don't like doom and gloom. I hate that stuff, but there's a difference between being prepared versus fear of the unknown. People need to get some things stocked up. It's going to get nasty.
Yeah.
We
And-
don't manifest that, but I'm just saying there's nothing wrong with being prepared.
Well, I mean, if we're really strong and we manifest that these man-made things stop it,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's man-made because they're cleaning areas or if it's man-made because they want to stop farmers from doing it.
Well, remember the bad guys still have a few tricks up their sleeve, and they're throwing them everything they've got at us right now because their ultimate goal is make them eat bugs, put you on a social credit score, and if they don't want you to eat that, you won't be allowed to buy that. Sound familiar? It's called Revelation. But
Well, I lived off of locusts for a while.
Well,
hey,
I mean, we got cicadas coming this year. Coming.
yeah, we're all
Well, they're
going to
not tasty
Narnia,
enough.
and we're having a feast.
You got cicadas over there already?
Mm-mm.
They're
No,
out.
Yes,
They're
yeah.
out.
They're supposed to be out.
They are out in some areas.
Well, in Brazil, they're underwater. The farmers, there's
Yeah.
nothing. Their whole house, the top of the house, is underwater. It's amazing.
Okay, Jules, is a real question. Is it time to go house or land hunting this month?
Okay.
I'm a hunting light. Are you using a rifle? What are you doing?
Yeah, she's hunting houses with a rifle. Yes.
Be very, very quiet.
The occupants don't like it very much, but
It's
yes.
house season.
Dang wascally wabbit.
Jules, I want to hear what kind of call you do for a house.
Jules, it's a huge yes, love. First card is new house, divinity of the sun, 3 of cups, celebration, 3 of pentacles. That's a realtor card. So if you know one, start a hunting, love. Wear your blaze orange.
I'd go camouflage.
I'd be looking, but I wouldn't be buying right now.
The outfit should look like windows, doors.
Yeah, you can go hunting. You don't have to buy anything right now, but go hunting. Start looking.
Forever Tia.
Hey, how are you?
Just wondering why there are so many March 13th birthdays in my family. My grandma, 2 of her sons, one being her dad, and her husband.
13 is love.
13 is love. Yeah.
It's a lucky number.
Yeah.
It looks like it's a generational contract.
Well, our family, it's the number 11.
Yeah.
Everything happens on the 11th. Lee's birthday is the 11th. We were married on the 11th. Kayla was baptized on the 11th. He left for Iraq on the 11th, came back on the 11th. Everything we have is around the number 11. And I think Nadia is right that it's contractual. It's energy too.
Yeah.
I don't believe in coincidences. So
I don't either.
But March, well, that's an Aries, right? That's an Aries sign. And the number 3 looks like lips. So it's to express love, to, I don't know if you guys are talented in music or poet. It's something to express that love.
Tia, you guys also have a family ability of victory and manifestation.
Oh, that's where the words come from. Wow, nice.
Yes, you do. Queen of Pentacles. She's very focused on manifestation in the physical, and she's very connected to nature as well. You guys have victory with this. 6 of Wands is a celebration. This is a positive thing. And the Sun card comes in. This is a divine gift. No coinky dinks.
Aries. Sounds kind of fishy to me.
The base card.
Aries?
The base card is the star card. This is all star families are, I guess, have this kind of the same birthday. Wow. I don't know how birthdays work with off-worlders, but okay.
It's also financially sound. 1 cake. Awesome.
Hey.
Okay, let's close the questions. Says, my finances are a mess. Is some real money coming my way shortly?
Okay.
Or longly?
You don't want Monopoly money?
I'll use the gold deck, Roy. We'll manifest it coming.
Ooh, gold. Did I ever show you guys a gold bill? I think I have it in here. Yes,
I am getting a yes to getting an abundance of finances in the near future.
And that's a 10.
I want 10%.
I'm going to show you guys. These are gold backs. Did you ever see that, King?
Yeah, I saw that. Kristen has those.
Yeah,
she's using them this morning.
They are in New Hampshire, South Dakota, Utah, Nevada. They're already starting with these gold bucks. This is a gold 5. So it's by units, by the ounce of the gold. That's a 5.
Oh, I thought you were talking about cards.
No.
I think I have one.
These are real gold. 24 karat. Magic in the air.
Roy, this is interesting. This says you may be getting some help from a child.
Ooh.
That one of your
Probably.
children, and it could be the one that's in the military.
Yeah, that's what I got. I just got son military. Yep.
On military will help. This is a celebration. We'll see your suffering and know how you're tired of doing it.
Beautiful.
Yeah, but it's okay. You guys will come up with something and you'll pay this back. 8 of Pentacles. So you'll come up with an agreement. It looks like he has it. He's going to share with you. That's beautiful.
Okay, I think that's it for questions.
Okay.
Unless I've missed any, put them down.
Well, I think this was a very nice and interesting show.
It was. I think with the topic, use your discernment. What sets right with you? You have the free will to do that.
No, mine's expensive. I don't give things away.
So King's free will is not free. It is gold backed. He has gold backed will.
There you go.
Okay, there's negative that says anything can be bought. So I think yours just
You just need to stop spending all of it at burlesque shows and it'd be all right.
Well, if the women would stop wearing these loose clothing that where the sleeves are falling off, we wouldn't have to be playing the burlesque music.
Uh-oh.
I'm just imagining King the other day during the show going, gosh.
There you go. Look, I'm looking between a fence.
All righty. You got the readings today, Jen?
The Urkel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Jen, I like the new oracles you have. It's really fun. It's saying play, dance, have fun, create. I love it.
Yeah. They've been lecturing us about stop being so serious all the time. I'm like, well, look where we live. All right. Angel of Abundance. I love this because it actually goes with what we talked about today. Attracting, not chasing.
Yes.
Yeah. Anything or
I know all
anyone you
about that.
chase after will run the other way because of the fear of underlying chasing energy. Instead, attract what you need by sending out love, gratitude, and welcoming energy. So,
That's
King,
kinda like
stop chasing the burlesque women.
that's kind of like the North Pole running away from the South Pole,
They don't exist. It doesn't exist. That's the only polarity that can't happen. I'm just saying.
Well, it's east and west now, so I guess
No.
you both can agree and disagree because there is no south right now.
There we go. Archangel today, Archangel Charity. Give with an open heart and be generous. Give. Yeah. This is a time for generosity. You may offer money, goods, assistance, or loving kindness. I tell people all the time, offer your time. Just sit with someone, smile at somebody. That's charity. It doesn't have to be financial. When you are big-hearted, magic happens in the cosmos, and the recipient of your liberty is the blessed not just by your gift, but also by the love with you offer it. This opens their heart too. And I think you talk about law of attraction, or what you put out will come back. Now, I believe that as far as my faith goes, I believe God gave me the ability to not only manifest what I need, I pray for it, but when I give to others, it comes back to me.
Oh, it does.
I know that it does. So,
It
all
does.
right. Sacred Forest today. I laughed hysterically when I pulled this because Spirit's laughing at us. Now, I love
We give them nothing to laugh at us for, do we?
Well, it's almost like me saying, yeah, of course I'm laughing because it doesn't work when you're crying.
well,
These humans, let's just laugh at them.
well, it
Right.
is about prosperity. It's it's good, but it's the fact that it's the bee spirit. It's a bumblebee.
Oh, yes. I was going to put my hair in a beehive, by the way.
Oh, okay. The sweet abundance of the universe is flowing into your life. However, you need to take action and perhaps join with others to align with the frequency of your dreams. Believe what you deserve, and your goal will unfold. So, yeah, we do attract what we need, what we want. If you sit around all day going, I'm never going to have it, well, you're never going to have it. All right. Chakra oracles today. Have to do them in order. Okay. The first one is neutrality, and this is about recovery. Recovery. All right.
Is that recovery?
Recovery. Where did it go?
It's
Lost my page.
Recover it.
I'm trying to recover it. It's lost.
Ricola.
Where did you go? I lost my page.
Aquanet. Oh my God. You guys remember Aquanet? That was funny.
Aquanet. Yeah.
I know, but I remember Aquavelva.
Aquavelva.
Where
Oh.
is it?
While you're looking, Jen, I just got to download real quick.
Okay.
Be careful what you guys constantly are thinking of or holding on to. Things that don't need to be held on to, let it go. However, they are putting 5G towers near the water towers. So you know how water has memory? Some of those are being taught to give you negative thoughts. So please bless your water.
Yeah, and put the boundaries up.
I'm sorry, Jen?
Put the boundaries up.
Yeah,
remember, water is the cup cards. The King of Cups sits in the middle of the water. He sets boundaries. He protects his water.
Yeah.
That's right. All right. Recovery. Okay.
Bless the water. Give it good memory. Just like they know that water has memory and emotion. So keep that frequency high.
And it bends to frequency. So it's manipulated by frequency. So yes. All right. All right. This offers detachment as you allow yourself to see the big picture. What once may have been immaturity is now about growing into a new partnership with spirit. Step back and allow the angels to bring healing to you. You're going to recover. All right. The next one is of the throat chakra, and it's quest. We're going on a quest. Okay. Navy combines the blue of communication with the darkness of the unknown, allowing us to discover the truth. There's bravery here and an ability to face the truth head on. Don't run from it. It will find you. All right. Heart chakra is what we're ending on today, and it's wisdom. And every time we do these roundtables, that's what we are seeking, right?
Yes.
All right. This is the earth green, which brings wisdom, patience, and acceptance. Sage is perfect when you need to prove nothing, when you choose simply to be wise. There's an ability here to bring serenity to any situation, and indeed, it may be needed. Yeah. Yeah, we learn to not open our mouths, listen more. That's wisdom.
That's also difficult.
Yeah, it's very difficult.
I tried.
Not more than others. I'm just saying. I'm speaking about myself, not you guys.
No, me. I'm supposed to keep still, but I can't.
Yeah. When God says
like
be
me.
still, God says be still and know that I'm God. I'm like, I know you're God, but I'm bouncing. I can't sit still. You made me this way.
Yeah, I was born to be wild.
There you go. All right. It was a good show.
We enjoyed it. Do you have readings for this afternoon, or do you want to keep going with questions?
I gotta go do my thing.
You got to do your thing.
Gotta do the thing.
I'm gonna have to set up a schedule or a date for next month.
Yep.
With you.
Let me know.
I was
like
thinking,
the 11th.
Yeah,
maybe.
I was thinking of an idea for one of the roundtables. I don't know if it's going to be next, whatever. But some people are looking under some female goddesses, let's say like Mother Mary or a Magdalene. I mean, I'm finding a lot of stuff on Magdalene, Mary,
Let's
Isis.
be clear, that's little g.
What is that?
I said,
Goddesses?
let's be clear, that's little g.
Well, yeah, I said goddess. I didn't say goddess. No, but
I didn't realize it was emphasized. Do it, Kelly, with your deep voice.
no, but little g. Okay.
God.
Is there with an echo? But what do you guys think about something like that? If they want to put an input for you, if they're interested in it or not. But I don't know what divine feminine.
You guys can put your ideas. We'll tackle the subject on Friday and come up with something. Because I had emailed you guys some ideas too. So, and we'll just. Really?
I liked that idea that you had on the Grand Canyon. Maybe interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff. I find it interesting that every time we come up with an idea or a topic, somebody else within a day or two does the same thing. I thought,
or after.
The divine creator is leading us all down the same path. Yeah.
Exactly.
He's leading us and we're leading others.
That's
right.
The
funny thing is, like right after we did that invention show, I have seen so many videos about that chromo. What was that called? Chromo glasses or chromovision?
Chromovision.
Chromochrome.
Yeah, chromovision.
Yeah.
There's so many deep diving into that chromovision from the Vatican, and I love that we're deep diving that what's divine wants us to learn.
Deborah's got a good one, the Grand Canyon.
With exclamation, Grand Canyon!
Yeah.
Canyon.
Yeah, because there's so much of it that's been blocked from mankind, and whether they're made up stories, theories, or whatever, we know that why is some of it blocked off? If it's a national park, why can't we go to all of it?
Are we interested in that, and we can just settle it now?
Settle what now? Do we have time? We'll do another round table right now if you like.
We're
down
to wrestle for it.
All right, we'll talk about it.
Yep.
All righty then. Until let's see, we have the next
Friday
is the round table on Friday. I do not have a show myself until Tuesday next week.
Okay. All right. So I will host Friday. We'll potpourri it. So you guys bring your questions and we'll make a final decision on next week's topic. And if we don't see you until next week, mothers, have a happy Mother's Day.
Yes, indeed. Happy Mother's Day.
Yep. Happy Mama's Day.
Yep.
Oh, wait a minute. I got to start. Wait, start what? Oh, we got that already. Never mind. All right. Love and light to you all.
All right.
Oh, we got another 10 questions. Hold no.
No, we're not.
Bye.
Love you guys.
Stage left.
Love and light. Bye-bye.